Prior to recording, Cody was playing the harmonica. He performed a sweet intro and played the theme for the hit USA sitcom The Office. When recording started, this is what happened.
It's The Office.
Welcome to SpitBROast, a comedy podcast featuring young comics talking about their journey through the comedy scene. By young, I mean they are relatively new to the craft. Most of them are actually old as balls. Brendan Greenwood is 30 years old.
Welcome, viewers, to the Unknown Podcast. My name's Cody Chenier. This is
Brendan Greenwood.
Paul Marroquin.
Tracey Brooks.
And yeah, we just thought it's 2024. What do three white guys and one white woman need to do more than anything than start a podcast together? Specifically around comedy, I'm imagining is what we're going to be doing a lot of. I'm really excited to have all of you folks here today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is completely new. We don't know what we're doing, and we're gonna make nothing out of this, so it's great. First, my name's Cody Chenier. I have many jobs, but my favorite is being a stand-up comedian. I get paid in drinks. I'm a 30-year-old from Hamilton, Ontario, and I'm about 4 months into my comedy dream, and that's how I met these fantastic folks. So I'm really excited to kind of go on this journey, explain what it's like to be a new comic, especially in the GTA Canada area, and kind of give my feedback and my experiences as we kind of go along, on this journey together.
That was beautiful, man.
Cool.
Yeah,
I loved it. I'm Paul Marroquin, returning to stand-up, and no one's happy.
I'm happy.
My family's not happy. Same thing. Happy to be back. Happy to meet everyone here and a lot of other people. And yeah, I'm hopefully here to stay.
I love it. Brendan, tell us about yourself.
Brendan Greenwood, done every job you can think of at this point. Some of the dirtier ones are in the list there, but never mind those.
First job ever.
Yeah, first job ever. Just started in comedy a couple months ago, trying to really make a splash. Love meeting you guys. You guys were kind of big motivators for me. Just trying to, start out and see how funny it can be.
I'm surprised Brendan looked at me when he said I was a big motivator. Maybe he wanted to see someone funny on stage, so he wanted to do it himself. I'm kidding. Thank you, Brendan. Thank you. And Tracey.
I'm Tracey Brooks. Are we saying our age over here? I'm 55.
You're 30 years old.
Sure,
Okay, I'm
22
30.
years old.
I'm 30-ish. I just started doing stand-up like 4 or 5 months ago. I've done improv in the past in Vancouver and in Toronto, but now I live in Hamilton. And it's been really fun, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm hoping I'm not going to be roasted in the chair.
Oh, Tracey was afraid that we were going to be mean to her just because Brendan and I have a history, a.k.a. we just like ribbing on each other. So
I love to watch you cry.
It's all right.
I love to cry.
I'm toughening out, and I'm toughening out. Stand-up's been good for that.
No. When you were concerned about your age, Tracey, I found that funny because you have the heart of a child. Which is concerning. I've seen your fridge, and you should really not put that next to the chicken.
When you said heart of a child, I thought you meant like she's weak.
I know.
Wait.
I was wondering where it was going.
Iron deficient.
There we go.
I thought you were going to say something like a heart of a child and a brain of a child as well.
Oh,
Tracey, what do you think spit roasting is?
I think it's somewhere along the lines of, okay, isn't there a thing called leaky boat?
Is that what you think that is, leaky boat?
Like some kind of sex thing where all things are...
so you're saying
Describe. No.
No.
Wait. Describe what these sex things are happening.
No,
Tracey.
what is a Spitfire, I think?
No, spit roast.
It was a car.
Spit roast.
Spit roast. I'll send you a link tonight.
Okay, and I'll see it.
Cody's been in a couple tasteful videos that
Yeah,
you'll appreciate.
so you're in it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Roast.
So you're saying spit roast. I'm familiar with
that.
spin roast.
Yeah, why don't you tell me what is...
Okay.
Are we the only perverts here, Cody?
Welcome to the segment that explains sex terms to our comedy friends.
You can do spit roast. Tracy can do leaky boat.
I'll do leaky boat. You do that.
Paul, if you could just bend over and Brendan and I will show Tracy exactly what a spit roast. So spit roasting, Tracy, is
Yes.
when there's a person, because anyone can be the pig in the spit roast.
Right.
They're in the middle, and then there's two fine folks, normally gentlemen or women with strap-ons. Okay, where it's 2024. It's time.
Yeah.
It's time for the women to spit roast.
Right.
And there's a guy on either end, or two people on either end, penetrating both the mouth and or the anus vagina.
Right.
And then you're turning the person,
Okay.
hopefully over an open flame,
Right.
but normally in a small sleazy
Okay.
hotel room.
That's what I thought. With the fire. Well, without the fire, it's the same as a leaky boat. Because you fill all the holes. A leaky boat.
I love that Tracy has taught us a new sex term that I
It's
love.
old timey.
Back in my day.
Before fire was invented.
You fill it up with so much cum.
What does Mike always say, Trace?
He says any mouth is warm in the dark. No, it's just
Words to live by.
Yeah.
It's words to live by. Tracy, I want to hear what you thought of Paul.
Paul. I thought, oh. No.
She's so worried about roasting.
No.
Now she should be.
I think I secretly want to be roasted, so I'm just throwing some.
Spit roast.
She wants to be spit roast.
No, I thought he was very funny right away.
Oh, thank you.
I definitely thought that.
I thought you were a plant in Scott's class to make him look good.
Yeah, something like that.
When I first saw you, Cody, you know what I thought? What a handsome boy.
It was dark lighting at Levity.
Hello again. Here to offer some context. Levity Comedy Club is located in Hamilton, and Scott Falconbridge runs a comedy workshop there. Brendan Greenwood is 30 years old.
That's actually where most of us met, except Brennan. We met at the staircase.
Yep.
But levity by proxy.
Levity by proxy.
Yeah.
I remember Paul on the very first Levity night, and I thought, man, I'm really jealous that he's dating a cougar. Because he was so close to one of our other friends, Betsy.
Cody is referring to Betsy D, a hilarious comedian in her own right. She refused to appear on the podcast, and her lawyers have advised us to clarify that she is, in her words, not in a romantic relationship with any of these mooks.
It's an ongoing thing with me and Paul, where I think he dates any woman that he talks to because he has such an underlying charm to him.
I used to have that problem too. When girls were nice to me, I thought we were dating. I have to remind myself, no, they're just, you're gonna die alone.
I'll be there, holding the pillow down.
I was a bit sad too because I think after the first couple of classes, I saw everyone kind of getting together and leaving. And I was like,
I wanted to hang out with everyone after levity, but Betsy has a dog, so we had to go back and make sure the dog was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was basically I would like stay back and talk to you guys, and Betsy would be like, let's go. I hate everyone. No.
I hate everyone. Let's get out of here.
Classic New York.
Classic Betsy.
You weren't dating. You were just dragged back to her house after to let her dog out. Yeah, that's usually what happened.
You were her bitch.
She's
So
like,
she could take care of her bitch.
yeah.
Betsy, I love you.
Yeah, Betsy.
Yeah,
Betsy's great. Actually, I had a long-term plan for Betsy. I would love her to be on the show, but at the same time, I like to build the legend of Betsy.
Oh,
And just keep her going till like whenever.
This is
Everyone to talk about
Yeah.
episode 50.
special Patreon episode.
Well, thank you for your kind words, everyone. My ego is inflated. Yeah, no, it's always nice to hear that. Yeah, I just had some experience. I don't consider myself a pro or anything. I'm having fun.
And that's the main point of comedy, is to have fun. At least for me, I don't even try to make jokes anymore.
We noticed.
Okay.
After all these, I have to let you know. When you first went on the mic, I was like, I love what you were doing. Like, I love the material, the writing, the stage performance. I was like, fuck. Like, that's why I'm always like, hey, come out and do this, come out and do that, because like I see so much potential in you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. That's nice to know.
In the nicest way possible, I thought you were there to support someone when I first saw you, because you were just so quiet and held back. And then when you went on stage, you were just so effortlessly funny. And I'm very jealous of the character you portray on stage. It's you. It's not a character, but it's just you're just so funny as yourself, and you're always so surprised about it. And
Oh, I am surprised. Yeah, because I'm just usually so scared up there. So it's like,
I think you do so much with so little
Yes.
energy. I think that's what it seems like. It's like you're just using just enough.
yeah.
And there's a lot of people who just take forever to find out what their voice is, but I think you already found it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Woo.
yeah,
Thank you.
you just are naturally funny.
Oh my God, you guys.
I hated you when I first.
You did?
I thought you were trying to steal Paul's wife. No.
You thought I was trying to be Paul's other cougar.
And yeah, I hated you because I thought your character that you had already was just so much better than anything I could do.
Oh.
And oh yeah, everyone's like, Brennan tries way too hard.
It's true.
I don't know when to stop, and Paul's just has that charismatic charm about him.
I honestly don't see what all of you are talking about. And I watch all my videos. I'm like,
Stop listening to your Bumble matches.
no, again, thank you.
But no, I'm like, you're a cool cat.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and the more that I've gotten to know you, Tracey, is honestly like, you're so cool and so awesome, and definitely like,
Be fine.
yeah, keep it up.
Great. Okay, thank you.
Brennan.
For
Oh yeah, let's do Brennan now. Let's.
let's do it.
Did we meet at the bar or staircase first?
I think we went at staircase first. You were like actually the first person to give me any feedback.
Oh really? Was it good feedback?
I mean, dude, I didn't use it, but I appreciated it.
Yeah, no, you're probably like one of the top rising from that class, and definitely the top rising comics, I think, in Hamilton.
Thank you.
I've only heard good things about you. You have a good look to you, and you have like that Carlin Seinfeld feel to me.
I heard that earlier today. Someone refers to me as George Carlin on stage, so cool.
Yeah, I see that for sure.
All right, I got what I came for. It's
She was in it right there.
Now we're set up for yeah, leave before me.
I thought, well, first of all, I remember meeting you at Levity because I think you started talking to me right away, and you're so friendly and warm, and I was like, this guy is so nice. And then when you went up on stage, I thought you also were super confident, and your comedy is very smart. And that kind of made me a little bit jealous because I was like, this guy knows a lot. Like, you know, you did sort of political jokes, and not just political jokes, but I could just tell. I was like, smart guy and funny.
not to mention your jokes per minute, intimidating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
My jokes are
What?
No,
intimidating.
your jokes per minute. You are great at just
Yeah.
hitting them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your single mom stuff too, I thought that was really funny when you it was like your early, like the first few times I remember you going up talking about single moms, and seemed like you had it, you already kind of had it set ready.
Yeah, I found it so difficult the first 2 weeks to write for that class.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the first week, the feedback that I got from Scott was write something else, right? It like thing, right? And so I like sat in my room and cried. No,
No, you didn't.
it's and I tried to come back the next week and do a little bit of those political jokes, and they were all right. But then the third and fourth week, I think, developed a lot of that backbone. And the one thing that I loved about the levity class on the third week and fourth week is that we would actually hang out afterwards and give the feedback, much like the one joke minimum. And as a new comic, that's like talking with other comics and experiencing that with each other and having that feedback, and then okay with you stealing that joke if they give you advice.
Yeah.
100%.
It's invaluable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were your experiences when you first got into comedy?
I've never felt a sense of community like I do now, among stand-ups, among improvisers. Like, it's just amazing in this city. So far, like, yeah, it's been great. Speaking to, like, levity, I knew I like someone when I want to give them jokes, or not jokes, or like ideas and stuff. So like I always wanted to, like, hey, this little thing. I always felt bad. I was like, oh, look at this piece of shit. He thinks he's so funny that he can just give you a note and stuff. But I was like, no, I just want to help. Like, I want people to do better.
A thing that if you're getting into comedy is you need to make sure that you're open, like, right off the bat from constructive criticism. You don't want someone to say, hey, I think you should do this instead. But, Kill Tony, I love that podcast. And they always they ask open-ended question. How did that make you feel? What, like, is the most interesting thing about you? And that creates that kind of conversation of, like, if you're engaged with what you love about yourself, then you're going to do funny stuff. Like, how about you, Brendan? Like, you're about a month earlier or newer than Paul, Tracey, and I. But I think you're leaps ahead of myself, at least, in terms of your capabilities. So, like, what got you there?
Honestly, you guys. I feel like you guys kind of laid the groundwork for me because Betsy invited me to One Joke after, like, my second week of the class. And when I started the class, I was confident as fuck, thought I was the funniest guy in the room, went up, and Scott goes, yeah, I just don't think your jokes are funny. So I'm like, okay. And then Betsy invited me back to One Joke, and just, I don't know, I don't think I could have done it without you guys. Like, I feel like in just your feedback, I get your experiences, and I get your, what not to do, your life, figuring it out of it. Yeah, it's not how you say that, but...
No, I agree. Is there anything else that you want to add on to that?
No, I think I think the other thing that's really going for me is just, like, doing as much as I can. If I find an open mic, I will go. I have been exhausted every day since I started comedy, but it is worth it. I've gone from open mic to open mic some nights just to get my name out there. I have shaken as many hands as possible, just trying to, get out there, and it really helps.
Yeah, like that's another piece of advice for new comics that I would 100% support is find a group that's just starting out at the same time as you. Absolutely. And as if you can, start a WhatsApp group, let each other know when you're going to sets. If they can come, great. If they can't, that's all right. And then, hopefully they'll ask you how it went and give you supportive feedback and just, like, being supportive. Because if you're a comic that's alone, it's so sad.
It sucks.
The group helps motivate you, because even nights that you don't want to go out, you find one other person going, you might as well.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, what we have now, like, joke jamming and, like, telling each other, and, like, we're all supporting each other is so nice. Like, I can't tell you, like, how many nights, like, before I would just write alone. I'm like, I hope that's funny. It's good.
It's very good.
How'd you find getting into comedy, Trace?
Well, when I did it in the past, all I ever did was improv. And I did it in Toronto, and I met a group of people. I'm talking like 15 years ago or something. But I enjoyed it, and I met people, and we had a little troupe, and we did some shows, like not a lot of shows. Then I kind of got out of it. But I don't know. I always wanted to try stand-up. And then I kind of wanted to challenge myself to be alone on stage. Because, in improv, you're alone sometimes, but you always have someone that's going to come in and help you or whatever. But, and I kept seeing that levity class come up. And probably 3 times I'd see it and go, I should do that. And then it would go and whatever. And so finally I went, and I was, like, shocked by the support. Like, I never expected that. I mean, the first few classes I thought, well, people are nice, but then it just got more and more supportive. And then going to the One Joke minimum and the improv again, I'm just like, I don't know, just shocked in a good way. Like I didn't, and I tell my daughters, and I'm like, I have all these friends now in Hamilton. Because we just moved, well, we moved here 4 years ago, mid-COVID, so we were like tucked at home for the most part of it. So like just coming out and meeting you guys has been amazing. So happy.
We've extended your life expectancy.
Yeah, and my young heart, my whole heart.
Though the amount of drinking that I'm doing is declining mine, so.
I do want to note that you're a really good improviser.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah, you're good. Also, you're great. Like, oh, I love watching you two do it. Like, do it. I love watching you two do it and improvising.
We prefer leaky boat, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Now is the part where we talk about things we want to joke about, ideas for the stage, and stroke each other's ego. Brendan Greenwood is still and will always be 30 years old.
I've heard your performance anxiety stuff before, right? You touched upon it before, mainly about like satisfying your boyfriend.
Right.
That wasn't a joke. That was like you were.
He was
like,
just watching outside your
Oh,
window.
I thought it was a joke.
I pick her up to go to uptown.
Did I? Oh, no. I did. It was
Yeah.
when he cooks for me and he brings the spoon over and I get all like performance anxiety about like how am I supposed to hold
Take
spoon?
the spoon. Yeah.
Yeah, am I supposed to hold the spoon? Am I supposed to like
Gag, spit on it.
yeah.
You gotta spit roast it.
Yeah. But yeah, am I supposed to cradle the balls on the spoon? I don't know.
Like, what gives you the most anxiety?
Well, I don't know. Weirdly, I don't like people watching me cook because I can't cook. And I get weirded out. If anyone's watching me, I'm like, are you judging how I'm cutting this thing? Like, I get strangely.
There is a wrong way to cut a tomato.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
I've been told. I've been yelled at.
I think I was the one yelling.
Paul said judging, everyone feels judged at one point or another. So that's something like, if you compare the judging to something else, being judged
Yeah.
on something.
I think that's fascinating. That like you can't have like, don't look.
Yeah, it's like, don't watch
You're
me
watching a
cook.
lettuce. Like, don't look.
Yeah.
You'd be the worst Top Chef contestant.
I just
Get the
like,
cameras away.
yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
I'd be like, I'll show you when I'm done. Get out of my
Yeah.
face.
You know how people like change under a towel like for the beach?
Oh, yeah.
Like that's you. Like you cook
I
under
just
like.
put like a blanket over
Yeah.
it. Yeah, and I'm like, I'll be out later.
Buy a separator from IKEA for your kitchen.
Yeah.
Cut things under the cutting board.
What am I cutting?
under,
I don't know.
It could just be my weird way to get out of cooking because I don't like cooking. So I just make Mike do all the cooking.
Do you find it hot when he cooks?
I do like when he cooks, yes.
Do you like to look through the window when he
Yeah,
cooks?
and
You have like your phone on and you just hear.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm in the closet. I'm just like,
You
I'm
like
not
drill a
gonna-
peephole through the wall or just watch him
Yeah.
cook.
I'm just like, yeah, cut that cucumber. Yeah, there could be something there with that. Like, I don't like anyone watching me, but I like to watch.
Like you love the food. You love the Food Network.
Oh,
It's like your favorite channel. It's like God, it's so fucking dirty.
Big old hunk of meat you got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love. Fuck, I love MasterChef. Kids edition.
I saw you swallow before you said that.
And done. Canceled. I think you have a lot of potential with that one. I like it.
The hiding myself.
Yeah, like just sexualizing cooking in general. Yeah.
Okay, I'll work on that.
I'm jealous. I wish I had that.
Yeah, that turned into a
Yeah, no, legit. Like I think that,
good rich vein.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then let me ask you, Paul, what do you think's the most interesting thing about you?
Oh, I've been thinking about it. Like I love my family, but what you would call love, Peruvians call psychological abuse, and that's my life. So it's just yeah.
I almost feel like you could switch the wording though. What Peruvians call love, you would call psychological abuse.
I think that was the original order.
Oh, okay,
It's like what
okay.
you would call psychological abuse.
Okay.
Peruvians call love.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Did you know in Peruvian, there's no word for forgiveness?
Is that true?
Or at least he has.
In my world, yeah. In my world, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you know, I got stuff brewing.
You still don't know what "I'm sorry" means in Peruvian? Just that it sounds like a.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I got hit as a kid too,
Yeah.
and as an adult.
I wish I got hit. Words hurt a lot. But actually, best thing my mother ever said. I forgot to take out the trash once, and she was like, "What happened?" I'm like, "I forgot." She's like, "What do you mean you forgot?" I mean, like it left my head. Like I totally forgot. Sorry. And she's like, "But how could you forget?" And I said, "Listen, I'll just go back in time and I'll put out the trash and prevent this from happening." And without a moment, she said, "If we could travel back in time, you would not be here right now."
I'll tell you one of my fondest memories with my dad. I told you the other night.
Yep.
Is so my parents split up when I was young. They split up when I was 2, and my mom had my youngest brother. And I didn't see my dad for the next 8 years. Didn't see him. Didn't talk to him. Piece of shit. I love him now, but he was definitely a piece of shit back in the day. But my mom moved to Hamilton because I'm born in Quebec. And so we moved to Hamilton, and I just stopped speaking French, or like learning French. And so when I first met my dad when I was 10 years old, my mom dropped me off in a Denny's parking lot. No lie. My dad's next to a Toyota Corolla, and he doesn't speak English, and I don't speak French. And he used to be part of that's as far as I'll go into that. And for the entire day, I just hung out with this French-speaking gangster that I had no idea what was happening. And he's buying me toys, and I'm like, great, this will be the second time I get molested.
Oh,
Brandon, thank you for laughing.
So relatable.
Laughing.
it's a sad laugh.
So sad.
But now you know why I look the way I do.
I'm sorry.
To attract more Frenchmen.
Oh God. No.
But I look back at that, and again, my dad speaks some English, and I speak some French, and so our conversations are like, "How's the car? Is it running? Good, nice. Are you okay? Have you eat? Great. See you later."
Where is the library?
So how so for me, I find the irony in I grew up having like French pride for some stupid reason, but I never had I didn't speak French. I never did anything French. I just was like from Quebec, and I'm like, that makes me unique from everything else that's inside Hamilton. Where I wish wasn't here when I was a kid. I fucking hated Hamilton. I left the second I could, and so I always find that ironic. Where I'm like, this is the one aunt that I don't want to emulate myself after. I'm proud of that. So yeah, so don't worry about family trauma. It's funny, guys. It's all right. You know, you don't want to talk about all the trauma in your life. I want to do a 30-minute trauma set of where I just trauma dump on people. I'm like, this is just funny. Because, that's the thing that I think comedy has really brought out in me is even when I was in politics, even when I was in university and growing up, I always tried to hide the person that I was because I was ashamed of the person that the family that I came from. So comedy has allowed me to look at that from a different lens, make fun of it, and be like, there are fucked up people just like me too. I look at Brendan, I know he has so many deep dark secrets.
Absolutely.
He loves his parents.
Well, one of them.
One of them. Let's talk about that.
Oh my God.
No,
We don't have to. We don't have
no. Let me say the most interesting. What's the most interesting thing about you, Brendan?
Oh, fucking nothing. I don't know.
I think you got some interest.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
I'm an incredible cook. I was sous chef by the time I was 18, and that has nothing to do with comedy.
Someone just got wet.
I was like, hang on a minute.
Mike, I'm gonna be late. So yeah, cool.
I mean, I'll do my trauma dump if you want, but it's not funny and it's long.
No, like being a sous chef at 18, like I've worked in kitchens before, and they're filled with the worst kind of people.
So there's a breaking point. I've worked that when I first started. Yes, absolutely. I don't want to say lower end because I don't want to be pretentious, but some with the average kitchen, worst people, alcoholics doing drugs every night, and just gross. I saw a man get picked up by his asshole. That is not a joke. Walk-in fridge. Yep, it was me. No, it was an interesting place to work, but
Be the sous chef.
at a certain point, it stops being fun. No, it stops being crazy, and it becomes the most serious job I've ever, eat, sleep, breathe, 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, everything. They won't eat anything gross because, any fast food or anything, because that will affect their palate. There's a huge tipping point. It's one end or the other. And I loved going into that really hard end, but, yep. It's too much. If you want money at all in life, or you want any sort of social life, it is draining. Not the path I wanted to go on for the rest of my life. I don't regret it, but yeah.
Yeah. It's I used to work in this Irish pub thing in downtown Ottawa.
Okay.
And I got my friend hired, and he had this Jew fro, and they were horrible. They called me Kirby because I sucked and I was short and fat.
Oh, creative events.
And they called my friend Pube Head, as original as it is. But no, this guy was fucked up. His name was Doug. Doug, if you're listening, go fuck yourself.
This was Cupid?
No.
Oh.
Luke, you can go fuck yourself too. But Doug, he would bully you to the point where he almost caused severe damage to the entire vicinity. He put a rag into his oven when he wasn't looking, and when it went up in flames and cost $10,000 in repair for the equipment, he's like, Luke, you should have looked in the fucking oven. And I'm like, Doug, maybe you shouldn't have thrown that rag in the thing. And now he's the chef there. So
Sous chef.
He's Zeus.
He has ascended.
And he couldn't get paid us regular people into our bank accounts. He had to get paid cash because he legally wasn't allowed to have a bank account.
Oh,
because he was sent to prison for frauding the government for taxes. For so many years.
Wow. Can that go on air?
I don't care. Go fuck yourself, Doug. If you want, I don't care.
It's up to you.
If a small Ottawa bar listens to this,
Hey, that's Kirby.
still sucks.
This is the end of the first episode. Stay tuned for interviews with many more comics. Brendan is a wrinkly ball sack because he is an old-ass 30-year-old